Busted Stuff by Dave Matthews is going to be played in an alternate tuning, and it essentially is just a big E minor is what it's getting played in. The 6th string would remain at an E. Your 5 string gets tuned down to a G. Your 4 string gets tuned down to a B. Your 3 string gets tuned down to an E. Your 2 string remains at a B. And your 1 string remains at an E. So once we get into this tuning, it's kind of an odd tuning because the song itself isn't necessarily utilizing a giant E minor chord, but the chord voicings and the fingerings are coming out of this open E minor tuning. So for the first chord, you need to bar with your first finger the 3rd fret of strings 4, 3, and 2, and then your ring finger needs to be down on the 5 string 5 fret. You're going to strum across, and actually if your pick doesn't hit the 2 string, that's fine. Really all I hear are strings 5, 4, and 3, but you're going to strum across that and then hammer on with your pinky finger to the 4 string 5 fret, and then pick it up and hit that chord again. So I should probably back up a little bit. Sometimes the song is finger picked, sometimes it's played with a pick. I'm using a pick. I think this is the way that Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds have played it, is Dave Matthews tends to play it with a pick. So anyway, that's your first little movement. And then in the switch to the next chord, you can kind of hear the open 4 string ring in there usually. And the next chord is going to be a G chord. The way that we're going to make the G chord is you'll leave your first finger barring the 3rd fret of strings 4 and 3, and then your thumb will grab the 6th string 3 fret, and you want that 5 string open because that's G note 2. And you'll strum from the 6th string to the 3 string. The next movement goes like that. Little move right there remains the same every time during the verse. But the next chord is going to be a version of a D, which ironically is going to be a D shape. It's just on different strings. So you hit that lick and then go to first finger on the 5 string 2 fret, ring finger on the 4 string 3 fret, 2nd finger on the 3 string 2 fret, and you just want to strum strings 5, 4, and 3. So, and then the 3rd time is where things get pretty chordy. You hit your original lick, and then you're going to hit an A minor after that, which is bar with your 2nd finger across the 5th fret of string 6, 5, 4, and if the 3rd string gets barred as well, that's fine. But you're going to go A minor to an F sharp, which we will play with our first finger on the 6th string 2 fret. Our first finger will be muting out the 5 string, our ring finger will be on the 4 string 3 fret, and our 2nd finger will be on the 3 string 2 fret. So we've got the original, like this is a C chord essentially. Or after this F sharp, the next chord is going to be the D again, where we move our first finger just down 1 string to the 5 string 2 fret, but you leave your ring and your 2nd finger where they are. And then you're going to come back to the A minor. So we've got and then we're going to resolve into the G. And I would play it the same way that we did before, with thumb grabbing the 6th string 3 fret, open 5 string, and first finger barring the 3rd fret of strings 4 and 3. And then that repeats. So it's like a D chord to a G chord, a D chord, I'm sorry, a C chord. This original lick, this is happening inside of a C chord. So a C chord to a G chord, the C chord to a D chord, the C chord to an A minor, to an F sharp, to a D, to an A minor, to a G. Very slowly. And then that repeats as the verse. Whenever we get into the chorus will be, it's going to go from the D chord to an A minor chord. So the same D chord as before. First finger on the 5-string 3 fret, ring finger on the 4-string 3 fret. I'm sorry, first finger on the 5-string 2 fret, ring finger on the 4-string 3 fret, second finger on the 3-string 2 fret. So the D chord to an A minor chord, same as before, bar with something across the 5th fret. To a G chord, same G chord as before, to the F sharp minor chord, which was first finger on the 6-string 2 fret, 5-string muted, ring finger on the 4-string 3 fret, second finger on the 3-string 2 fret. So we've gone D to an A minor, to a G, to an F sharp minor, and then we're going to go back to the D chord. So you just move your first finger to the 5-string 2 fret, leaving your ring and second fingers where they were. So the D to the A minor, and then the F sharp to the G. So that's the first round of the chorus. Very slowly, D chord to A minor, to the G, to the F sharp, to the D, to the A minor, to the F sharp, to the G. And then the second time through, it's almost the same. D to the A minor, to the G, to the F sharp. And actually in the first chorus it does do the same thing. The first time and second time around, back to the D, back to the A minor, and then F sharp to the G, and then back into. But in the second chorus, the second time around, it goes D to the A minor, G to the F sharp minor, and then it goes. So this chord is going to be ring finger on the 5-string 5 fret, pinky finger on the 4-string 5 fret, first finger on the 3rd-string 3 fret, and then it goes. So this chord is going to be first finger on the 5-string 2 fret, second finger on the 4-string 3 fret, pinky finger on the 3-string 5 fret. So, and then, which this is operating as an A sharp minor, I think is what this actual chord is. So that chord is just first finger barring the 3rd fret of strings 5, 4, 3, and if you get 2 in there, that's fine. If you want to actually just bar across the entire fretboard right there on the 3rd fret, that works as well. And then it repeats. So just slowly through the second time of the chorus that isn't the first chorus, so all other choruses, it goes D to A minor, to G, to F sharp, and then this chord, and then this chord, and then repeats. Whenever Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds play this, after this, what was it, A sharp minor chord, it comes up to which is just barring your first finger across the 5th fret of the guitar, essentially, or ring finger, or second finger, ring finger, whatever, and just vamping between the 3rd fret and the 5th fret. Sometimes whenever Dave Matthews plays this, he tends to just fret strings 5, 4, and 3 along those frets that he's playing. But you can get away with just like the full fretting. So I think that's it. I think I just covered everything. Those are the chords and those are the movements to Busted Stuff by Dave Matthews. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.